Hello, friends, good morning. And I'm going to take you on a walk in KHIVA. This, so it's early morning here in KHIVA. It's 7:26 a.m. in KHIVA right now. We took a stroll here early afternoon to yesterday, and then we also took a stroll later in the night. This is the time when the sun is rising now. It's close to 7:30. The sunrise time is 7:33. I hope you enjoy this live streaming today from KHIVA. And as you can see, of course, there is nobody on the streets because it's just too early for anybody to come out. But I chose this hour so that I can do this without the crowds and at the same time show you around the whole place. This is one of the major restaurants here in KHIVA, the Terraza restaurant. It has the rooftop where people actually assemble. They come out in the evening especially to witness the wonderful sunset. So I'm going to walk around this city. I'm going to walk around Ichin Kala, which is inside the walls of the city. The whole city is full of these types of sculptures, which are really very fascinating. KHIVA is an old city here in Uzbekistan. Please do let me know in comment section how you like this transmission. And of course, I'm going to do the same in Bukhara, Samarkand, and Tashkent. I'm going to bring in live to all of you the cities, the major cities and the wonderful cities of Uzbekistan. So we landed here in Uzbekistan. We landed at the Tashkent airport on Sunday morning. And then we took the overnight train from Tashkent to a place called Urgench. Now, Urgench is about half an hour from KHIVA by taxi. There are other modes of transportations as well, but taxi is very inexpensive here in Uzbekistan. The taxi app Yandex Go is very popular and I would say very reliable. It's a very reliable app and of course always good to order your cab with Yandex because it also covers the safety element. So we took the cab, our train reached Urgench early morning around 10:45, and we took a cab, a taxi ordered with Yandex Go, and it costed us 100,000 soom in Uzbek currency, which translated to roughly about $8 to $10, depending on the price of the exchange rate. So the ride is almost 35 minutes. It's roughly about 35 kilometers, and it costed only between $8 to $10. Yandex Go, a very reliable taxi app here in the entire Uzbekistan. So we checked into the hotel. I'm going to give you the information about the hotel later, and let you know the places that you can visit in Ichinkala here in KHIVA. So as you can see that the sun is now rising in the backdrop of these monuments. It is absolutely quiet. There's nothing moving right now at this place. And as I mentioned, that these sculptures are everywhere in KHIVA, Ichinkala, KHIVA. So these sculptures that you see here are musicians and dancers here in Ichinkala, KHIVA. Right now, since I chose this hour, the early morning hour, there is not a soul on the streets. So I chose this hour so that it's not crowded at all, and at the same time it's the magic hour. There is not too much construction or restoration programs here, but still some of the monuments and some of the places do need the restoration, and they do it in a very, very organized way. It is a little cloudy. It's not a little cloudy, I think it's a lot cloudier today. It was very cloudy, and it was actually even raining yesterday, which I did not expect. So here we are taking a walk in Ichin Kala early in the morning, bringing you live from Ichin Kala, KHIVA. And of course, I will try to bring you live coverage from other cities of Bukhara, Samarkand, and Tashkent. So today we will be taking the train in the afternoon around 3 o'clock to Bukhara, which is about a 6-hour journey for us, since we did not get the tickets for the high-speed trains. So we had to settle for the slower train, which will take about 6 hours to get to Bukhara. So I was taking a walk with the guide yesterday, and he told me that there are only 350 families who live here inside Ichin Kala. And they try to maintain this there are a lot of madrasas, which are schools here in KHIVA. The early morning process of cleanup, Ichin Kala is a car-free city. The cars are used only for dropping off or picking up people, and not for regular transportation inside Ichin Kala. Ichin Kala is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. So this whole town inside KHIVA is UNESCO World Heritage Site. And what we have around this whole place is a wall that you can actually walk around the whole Ichin Kala. I'll see if I can get you to those walls and the places where you can get onto them. In my opinion, my experience, this is definitely a magical place to be in. So if you are visiting Uzbekistan, I would 100% recommend personally to definitely visit this city of KHIVA, and preferably take a hotel inside Ichin Kala. there are a lot of stray cats. I noticed every city in Uzbekistan has a lot of stray cats. And now the cat wants to be friendly with me. I'm not sure. So this part of Ichinkala is residential. And of course there are hotels and restaurants inside Ichinkala all over. I did come across very few people who are taking a stroll at this hour to witness the sunrise, but incidentally it's cloudy and apparently the sun wasn't visible rising out. So as I had mentioned earlier, I will be doing live streaming from other cities. Of course, I did not announce this live stream aggressively, but I'll try to announce the future live streams a little more in advance so that those of you who would be interested can join in. And of course, it's also the time of the day locally. For instance, it's late night for people in New York, and it's just about the day starting, I would say 10, 11 in India. So depending on where you're located, hi. So over here, they have a show in the evening for the visitors. Yesterday it did not take place, possibly because of rain. But every evening at 5:30, they do have a show here. And definitely this place is so magical. As the sun is rising, I can see small shadows being formed on the top of these buildings. Once again, Ichinkala is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It is definitely magical here. So if you are visiting Uzbekistan, keep this city of KHIVA on your list. And as I mentioned earlier, I will be live streaming from the cities of Bukhara, Samarkand and Tashkent. I will try to announce the live streams well in advance so that you can click on the notification and join me in for these live streams. And of course, I do appreciate your watching, and please do like, share and subscribe to my channel, and do not forget to switch on the bell icon for notifications so that whenever I'm live, you know when to watch. When I was traveling to Uzbekistan, I was not very sure of visiting here in KHIVA, but I'm glad that I came here. This is one of the gates where people enter in. I will take a stroll outside and show you from the outside the wall of Kala. They have a ticket for 2 days to visit the various museums inside Kala. And since we are staying inside, we had to get that ticket. So we just came out of Kala. We will be returning back in to show you all those monuments, but I wanted to take a stroll outside and show you this area of KHIVA, which is outside Kala. At far end there is also a Ferris wheel. Thanks, Monica, for joining in and watching this live stream, and thank you for your comment. Yes, of course, it's a very beautiful place. And this here, as you can see, is the outer wall of Kala. We can also take a walk on the wall, on the top of the wall, the external boundary wall of Kala, which I will be doing later in the day, and I will be posting it on my regular highlights video when I edit and put in all the videos of Uzbekistan, which should be roughly about 10 days from now. So when we came out last night to walk around Ichin Kala, all the monuments in the entire Ichin Kala was lit up very beautifully, and it was definitely very, very magical to watch that scene with the complete city lit up, and of course the monuments which were very well lit up. And what we have here is one of the gates to enter the city. People now coming in, turning in for their jobs. So as I had mentioned that there is a ticket to enter Ichin Kala, and the ticket is valid for 2 days. These are the turnstiles that we have to scan the ticket to get in. So I'll just take a quick look outside and then walk back in to Ichin Kala. And the live transmission today is going to be for about an hour. So you can see, oh, here we are back at the gate. So this is the gate that is used to enter Ichin Kala. So here we are at the turnstiles where we have to scan our tickets to get in. It's a magical city. I'm so glad I made it here. Took the overnight train from Tashkent. It started around 9:30 and got here around 10:35 the next morning. So people have started setting up, the vendors have started setting up their merchandise. The locals here sell this merchandise, which is all local products. They have clothes that they sell here, jewelry, souvenirs. Very colorful clothes. So during the day, I'll see if I can talk to a few people here. I'll try to talk to a few locals, find out about their livelihood, about how they like the place, and of course, their experience of living here inside the walled city. This place, of course, has a lot of hotels and restaurants, and the food is definitely amazing. So you can imagine these monuments, they were so strategically lit up. They looked stunning and amazing last night. I will be, of course, putting them up on my regular video when I get back home. That video should be out in about 10 days, and I will definitely announce about that video. I'll also make announcements about my other live transmissions of the other cities: Bukhara, Samarkand, and Tashkent. So all you have to do is just subscribe to my channel, and do not forget to hit that bell icon so that you get the notifications when I go live here in the cities of Uzbekistan. These sculptures are also very beautiful, and they are all over the city. Three weeks ago, I had visited Scotland and London, and I did a live transmission from Glasgow. So here we are today doing a live transmission in KHIVA, and this place is Ichinkala. Ichinkala, as I mentioned, is a World Heritage Site, UNESCO World Heritage Site. I would say this place is definitely magical, and I specifically chose this hour of the day. It's early morning. There's nobody, no crowds on the streets of Ichinkala, and we can witness these monuments without any loud shouting. The city is getting cleaned up early morning. And I would say that this place is so well maintained. It's neat and clean. Definitely a magical place to be. And I recommend strongly that whoever visits Uzbekistan should definitely come here to KHIVA and preferably stay in one of the hotels inside Kala. You can write to me about more information of these places. I'll try my best to get you as accurate information as I can about this place. So do share your comments and do write to me if you want to have more information about this place. And as I mentioned, I will try to get you as much accurate information as I can. As you can see, these small streets inside Kala, they are such a delight to walk around. I also highly recommend taking a walking tour inside Kala, because you just don't want to see the monuments, you also want to experience them, know about them, know about the history of this whole place. When you visit Uzbekistan, there are two major cell phone carriers, the Beeline and the Ucell. That's what I'm told, that they are the major carriers here in Uzbekistan. So I took a package with Beeline, which costed me $8.50 for 150 GB of data and calling for 30 days. Now I'm using Beeline right now to do this live stream. And if you find that the quality of the live stream is acceptable, then I would say Beeline is working very well for me. This live stream is also a test for me to see if Beeline is working well here in KHIVA. And of course, the reviews that I see and the people I spoke with told me that the service in Samarkand and Bukhara and Tashkent is also very good. It's both with Beeline and Ucell. They both seem to be doing well here in Uzbekistan. So that's another recommendation for you friends. You can get the eSIM or the SIM card, physical SIM card, right at the airport when you get off, depending on where you get off. I got my eSIM at the Tashkent airport. And that process took me just about 5 to 10 minutes, which is not bad. So today the day has started with some clouds, but I see that the clouds are scattering away. Or hopefully we should have a nice bright sunny day. Today when I got out at 7:15 in the morning to start this transmission, it was quite chilly. The temperature I think was around 40 degrees Fahrenheit, which translates to roughly about, I would guess, 3-4 degrees in centigrades. The early mornings and the late evenings are quite chilly at this time of November. It's just the beginning of November. I was speaking to our person here in the hotel, the art hotel, and he said that next week he does not have any bookings at all. Which means no tourists. The winters are quite harsh here in KHIVA. The temperatures can go sub-zero, which makes it very, very cold. The outdoor restaurants are not occupied. I walked around last evening, and of course nobody would want to sit out here in this cold. So now let me show you around some of these sculptures, which are all over Kala. They are really beautiful, beautifully made sculptures. Just let me know in the comment section if the transmission is fine. And also do let me know in the comment section if there are any specific things that you would want me to concentrate on. I will try to bring to you as much the requests as you make. So I'm going to carry on this transmission for the next 12 minutes or so. And then I'll be bringing to you a live streaming from Bukhara, Samarkand and Tashkent. This place is really so beautiful. I would say magical is the word. This city definitely is magical. So friends, please do like, share and subscribe to my channel, and do not forget to press the bell icon for notifications. Your subscriptions and you're watching these live streams really gives me all the encouragement to bring to you more and more content of international travel. Here we are in the magical city of KHIVA, and we are inside Kala. So those of you who plan to visit Uzbekistan, I would highly recommend that you spend here at least one night in KHIVA, and preferably stay inside Kala. It's such a magical place. And of course, you have to buy a 2-day ticket to enter into Kala and witness all the museums. This is the magical city of KHIVA, and we are in Kala. And that is the outside of Kala. As I mentioned before, the sculptures here are really, really phenomenal. And that's the outside of Kala. We are actually at the side wall of the city of Kala. Now that's the ticket office where you can buy a ticket to enter inside. And over there, where you see these people entering in, is the gate where you enter for Kala. These sculptures here are really phenomenal. Here we are in Kala, the magical place in Uzbekistan. This is the gate where one enters for Kala. As I mentioned, there is a ticket that has to be paid to enter in. There you can see the turnstiles where people would scan and enter inside. You can see people entering in. Some of them are people who work here, who do not need tickets. But yes, of course, they're checking their tickets as well. Good morning. So this is the gate, and these are the turnstiles where you swipe your tickets to get in. And this whole place is ticketed. Every monument we go to is also, they check the tickets there. So make sure you buy the tickets from the ticket office, which is outside Ichinkala. The ticket is valid for 2 days. It was a great pleasure bringing to you this live stream. I thank you all for having joined me today for this live stream. As I had mentioned, that I will be bringing live from Samarkand. The next stop is Bukhara, so I will be bringing to you live from Bukhara, Samarkand, and the last stop, Tashkent. So don't forget to join in for the magical Uzbekistan. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel, and press the bell icon to get the notifications whenever I go live, and of course whenever I put in my new videos. And here are people taking pictures as a king. So these people taking pictures.
Şimdiki kızlar ayarlar git koyuyor. Ben eski patronum. Sen kadar ben parti görüyorsun parti.
Once again, friends, I thank you all for watching this coverage in Ichinkala here in KHIVA, Uzbekistan. I will be bringing to you the highlight video of this coverage, and of course it's not going to be just a highlight, but it will be a complete description with my suggestions, my experiences that I'll share with you in that video, so that the travel to KHIVA for you guys becomes a little more comfortable. Apart from these travel videos that I have on my channel, I also do live coverages of various events and parades in New York City. So do like, share, and subscribe to this channel, and switch on the notifications. You can watch those live streams of the parades and events in New York City. So the next major Ram. I have the ticket in the room. I'm just walking around. Thank you. So I was just stopped for me to get the ticket, and she let me in. She was very polite. So as I just mentioned, that you can like, share, and subscribe to my channel. You can press the bell icon for the notifications And of course, I Walaikum Salam. I do live coverages of events and parades from New York City. The next major parade in New York City coming up is the Thanksgiving Day Parade in Manhattan. So do join me for the live coverage of the Thanksgiving Day Parade in Manhattan. And that's going to be 2 weeks from now. These sculptures are also really very wonderful, and they are all over Kala. These are the golf carts here which take you around the outside of Kala. Outside of this place in KHIVA city, because they are not supposed to be there, they are not allowed to be moving inside Kala. So they take you for a ride for an hour. These are the golf carts. They charge roughly about 100,000 som for an hour's ride for 2 people. So when we inquired for 4 people, they quoted us 200,000 som, which translates to a little less than $20 in US currency. Uzbekistan, I would say, is not very expensive. The food cost is quite reasonable, and the accommodation we got was also very reasonably priced. But having said that, we are visiting in the first week of November, so it's already a shoulder month when the tourist season is pretty much over, especially for KHIVA. There are hardly any tourists in this place right now, and the hotel manager told me that next week he has no bookings, which means the end of the season for this year. The best time to visit KHIVA weather-wise is definitely the summer month, but the summers can also be a little harsh in terms of heat. It gets very hot during the day in Uzbekistan. As you can see here, these are all mud houses, and Kala is the UNESCO World Heritage Site. So friends, it was really a great pleasure bringing to you this live coverage from KHIVA, Kala, KHIVA, Uzbekistan. And before I end this transmission, I will quickly show you the hotel I'm staying at. I will put in the description, I'll put in the information about this hotel in my description so that you can contact the hotel directly. I would say it's a very reasonable accommodation. Manager here. It's a family-run hotel. A very, very good place, a very cozy place. So in my video that I'm going to post later after editing, I will give you more information about this hotel. But of course, I'll put in the information in the description. You can write to me in the comments to get more information about this hotel or things to do in Ichinkalai and KHIVA, and of course any other things that you would like to know. Thank you, friends, for joining me in today. I'll see you in Bukhara. Bye bye now.